Hello, welcome to my channel and my next video. Happy New Year to you all. So today I'm going to be using the Distress crayons. Do you know, I've had these for quite a while and I've never hardly used them. So I thought, right, let's get them out, let's do something with them and have a play and see what I can come up with. And I did a little bit of research on YouTube, and I went to Tim Holt's channel and did had a look through that. And I'm also going to be using some stencils as well. So I've dug out a couple of Tim Holt's stencils. So there you go, I've got those, and I've got a few others there as well. And obviously I've got a tag. I'm going to use a tag. Now, to give you an idea of where we're heading, it's these. These are two I've done obviously earlier, and there's quite a bit going on. So we've got a nice background with stencils, and you know, it's quite a nice masculine colours. So if you get stuck using ideas for masculine makes, then these kind of color combinations are ideal. And you've got the brickwork, so you know, you can put I mean, obviously I've just done it as a card, a tag rather, but if there's no reason why you can't adapt this to a card, just get a background, you know, your card background, do what I'm going to show you, and then you can put toppers on, stamp on it, whatever. So that's basically why I want to show you this. It's just a way of using up and showing you how to use the Distress crayons. So I'm just going to lightly scribble some colour down, and you will notice when you use them they are quite creamy. They are really nice, so they're quite easy to go down. I'm going to use about 3 colours. I don't want to go over the top with colours, too many colours. So, and then a little bit of the grey, which we can put up here and around the top, and in the middle here, join these two, and a bit down there, and along the bottom there, and join that up. So that's our colours. So we've got, as I say, I had these for quite a while and I've never actually got out and used them. Now if you don't like these colours, I mean, I'm using these colours because they're, to me, they're a nice masculine colour. So they're good for all your masculine makes, but if you want something a bit more feminine, there's this set as well, which is set 1. That's set 3 if you like those colours. So yeah, so that's set 1, and that is set 3 if you like the those colours. And I like the brownies because they're kind of like an antique colour. So all I'm going to do now is go in with my finger and just literally just smudge it and blend it. So I've got and I won't be too precious about this because it's all going to be covered and go into the background. So you believe me, trust me, at the end of this you won't see all, I mean, all these lines and everything, you won't see it. It'll all disappear. So I just want to blend the colours in a bit better, and especially around the edge, get a bit around the edge. So just go over it and just cool. I'm quite happy with that. That'd be alright. That's absolutely fine. And we're going to get a wet wipe. Get one wet wipe. I'll use that one because that's all. Got 2 there. Put it back in the container so they're still stay damp. So what I'm going to do now is choose my stencil, my first stencil, and I'm going to use the flourish because I quite like the flourish. it's quite a nice little stencil, and it's quite an antique-y, old-fashionedly, old-worldy kind of I'm actually going to turn it that way, probably be easier. It's kind of an oldie worldy type stencil. So with your wet wipe, and this is where the magic begins, we just literally lift the colour, and every so often I would recommend lifting the wet wipe and getting a clean bit. And I don't know if you can see this, you probably can't because my hand's in the way, but as I'm doing it, it's lifting the colour, as you can, so I will lift it up and show you in a minute when I've completed this. Cool, so there we go. And I'm going to keep to the brown themes when I do my respective layers. So cool, there we go. So yeah, that's not too bad, that's pretty good. So what we got now is our distressed crayon background, and with our stencil, and where I've rubbed it through the stencil, you can see it's almost kind of bleached it. So it's kind of a bleach effect. So what we're going to do now is go in with our sprays, and I'm going to use ground espresso, and I'm just going to lightly spray over the top, and I'm going to give that a dry. So give that a quick blast with your heat gun, and if you've got any puddles like I have there, I'm just going to just give that a quick blast. And every time you do this, it's going to be different. So, I mean, that's another good thing about it. You're never going to get two pieces the same. So, there we go. So what I'm going to do now that's dried, I'm going to go in with my second stencil, and this is the brickwork. So I'm just going to lay this over the top of what I've done, and then again I'm just going to rub with my wet wipe. Just go in again. And just keep changing it to get a clean bit. There we go. So you can see I've got the brick effect now on the edge there. You still see a bit of the crayon underneath. So I'm just going to go a little bit over to the other side, and again do exactly what I've just done. Try and get a bit of the cleaner wet wipe in. So I have got some brickwork going on both sides of my tag, and I've still got this flourish, and you can still see the crayons underneath, so it's beginning to add a bit of depth now to my tag or your background. So what we're going to do now is give that a quick blast with a heat gun. Make sure it's perfectly dry. And then I am going to go back to my original stencil, which is obviously the flourish. And this time I'm just going to, I want to cover that up because I don't want too much. I don't want this to go too mad. So I'm just going to lightly spray there. And I've got a little bit down there. So I'm just going to move it over. The reason I'm covering up that, because I don't want a straight line where the edge of the stencil is. I don't want that straight line. So if I cover that up, it's gonna avoid that. So and then I just want to move that, get that out the way. Oh, look at that. That's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just going to probably just blot that a little bit. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And then we go and dry it. Now this is probably turned a little bit darker than the other two I've done, but hey ho, that doesn't matter. I'm quite happy with that. So basically we've created a background using distressed crayons as our foundation, some stencils, and then some distress sprays. And if you compare, I mean that's the one I've obviously just done. Now the other thing you can do, let me just give this a quick wipe, and let me just get that one. I'm just going to dig out my, there we go, my oh, let me just excuse me, sorry, I just want to clean this before I get too messy with the ink. I know it's a bit of a waste, but there we go. I'll wipe that off in a minute, get rid of those. So what I'm going to do is, see, I've still got some white bits, and in the other two as well, I've got some white edges. And if you think, oh, I don't like them, well, we can get rid of them. And all we need to do is get hold of our distress ink, the original ones, and I'm going to go for Gather Twigs because it's not too dark, it's not too light. It's just kind of a nice in-betweeny brown. And I'm just going to go over my tag into, and also along the edge as well. And what I'm going to do as well is just, I mean, you can do this if you want to, it's up to you. It's I'm just going to go with a black soot, and I'm just going to really define the edge on this now, because I've made it quite dark. This will bring it out that much more, and I will hold it up to you. You can see what I've done. Oh yes, I think that's quite happy with that. Get rid of my pad, that can go underneath, and that can go back into there. That can go there. That way. So, okay, so we have completed our little tag, and there's our tag, our background. So there it is. How cool is that? So what we've done is laid a foundation of distress crayons, kind of smudged them together, laid a stencil over the top, and then removed some of the colour with a wet wipe. Then we laid down some distress spray stain, and we used another stencil on top and removed the colour again, which in that case was the brickwork, which was down here, as you can see. And then we just laid our original stencil, which in this case was the flourish, and we laid it on top, and we just sprayed some areas with the distress spray, and that's how we get a nice background. So I've done it on a tag, so you can write on the back. I know it's a bit grubby, but you can do it on a computer and just briefly write down what you've done, the process, the order you've done it, and you've got a record of what you've done. I hope you like that. I hope you'll join me on the next video. Please subscribe and like and share below. That'd be absolutely awesome. Thank you for joining me. Happy New Year to you all, and speak to you soon. Bye.